Hey, how you doing today? Today I am back, and first of all, let me say to all my people out there watching, I want to give you blessings and make sure that your day is going good. I hope everything's going good in your life, and always stay positive, have positive vibes. Today we'll be talking about my black queens and empresses that have natural hair. For the black queens that have natural hair, the reason I love natural hair so much, I don't even know where to start at. I don't know if I should start at with Locs or with Kinky Curly Afro or with big curly hair or with two-strand twists, Bantu knots, braids. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. But one of the reasons that I love black women with natural hair is because natural hair shows self-pride, shows culture. We shouldn't look like everybody. We should have our own natural hair, and we have so many different textures of it. And to be honest with you, my personal opinion, when I see a black woman that has natural hair, it just makes me go crazy. I don't, me particularly, I don't like women that don't have natural hair. Like, I'm just not attracted to it. I'm attracted to women that have natural hair, especially black women that have natural hair, whether it be kinky curly, locks, braids, fro, short cut, small cut, big afro. To me, it doesn't matter. I just love having a black woman that has natural hair, and I love a black woman that has natural hair. I'm very attracted to a black woman that has natural hair, and me particularly, I think the bigger the better. Like, if it's all the way down here, I love it. I think it's beautiful. I don't care how kinky it is. I don't care how curly it is. I just love it. I love it all. So I think that myself, I love black women with natural hair. I also love my black women with locks too. I love locks, and there's a certain women, especially, like, I love when I see, a black woman with like nice lips, nice full lips and nice thick lips, and she has long locks, or she has locks down here, or maybe she has her, locks styled in a different style. I love locks so much. I love all my empresses, especially my Rasta women. I love my Rasta women in the Caribbean, in America, in Africa, that are Rastas, and they let their locks grow very, very long, and they do all kind of designs and braid their locks and things of that nature. So a black woman with locks, oh man, it drives me crazy. I also love, even more than locks, I think I love is a black woman with big, huge hair. I love curly hair. Like, I love, like, if it's big and it's curly and they split it in the middle and it goes down on both sides. I love that so much. I think that big, huge curly hair is just, oh my God, to me, that's the most attractive. Because myself, personally, I just feel like a woman should have long hair. That's just the way I feel. I don't feel that it's nothing wrong with a woman having short hair, but myself, like, when I think about what a traditional woman is, like, I think about her having long hair. That's just what I think. And not long straight hair, but just long hair or big hair. That's what I always grew up thinking a woman should be like, and that's what I like, So, quick story real fast. When I was actually in the Bahamas a couple years ago, I remember this black woman that was from the Bahamas, and actually it's funny because I was walking with my mom, and I was just walking down the street, and we were about to go eat at this restaurant in the Bahamas called I forget what it's called. I think it's called Anchor. But the owner of it, his name's Butterfield, really good guy. If you're ever down in the Bahamas in Nassau, there's a guy called Butterfield, and he has one of the biggest restaurants in the Bahamas, or at least in Nassau, and it's really, really good food. So check him out if you're ever in the Bahamas. But I was walking, and me and my mother and my sister was walking towards the restaurant, and when we were walking towards the restaurant, this black girl, just walked out, and her hair was so big, the biggest hair that I've ever seen. It was like my little Caribbean fairy tale. Her hair was literally all the way down here, and it was kinky and curly, and it was just beautiful. And literally, when she walked by me, like, I just looked at her, she just looked at me, and I was just so stunned. Like, I felt like, yo, marry me now. Like, I was just so stunned at her hair that I couldn't even say anything because her hair was so long and it was so beautiful, and she was just living her island life and living as an African woman in this world, and I just loved it. And then after that, she got in her Volkswagen convertible, and I just kept looking at me, and she pulled off. But I was just so stunned about how long her hair was. It was just beautiful, and I really loved it. So I do love black women with curly kinky fros as well, and I love curly hair. The longer the better. That's how I am. If you're gonna make it longer, the longer the better. And I also love my women that have hair like mine, the Kinky Curly Fro. I love my Kinky Curly Fro. I want it to be like double the size of this. Eventually I wanted to look like the Afro-Brazilian players, that wear their hair like really, really huge, and kinky and curly. Eventually that's what I'm shooting for. I've been growing my hair for about 2.5 years now. So I think in another, maybe 4 or 5 years, it should be exactly where I want it to be at. So yes, I also love my black women with kinky curly frills. The more curls, the more kinks, the better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them type of brothers that's ever going to tell you to do something with your hair because it's your natural hair. Like, everybody has natural hair, and let your hair do what it does. You can style it. That's cool if that's what you want to do. But if you don't want to style it, let it be what it is, because I like the raw essence of someone looking black. I like the raw essence of that. So I love my kinky curly afros. And after my kinky curly afros, I also love my short hair. If you have a short curls, like a close to your head fade, anything, as long as it's natural, I like it. But me preferably, I love longer hair the most. And I also love when you do just, keep it old school, keep it traditional, even all the way back to Africa. Like, I love when women do Bantu knots. I love when you put your locks off to one side of your head and, you just look so African to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody else thinks like that, but to me, it's so exotic, and it's the way that we're supposed to be. I feel like it's the way we're supposed to be. And I love black women that do Senegalese Twist, any kind of hairstyles that's poking out your head. I love every black woman in the world that is natural hair. I love you. I'll say it again, I love you so much, and I really appreciate that you have enough pride to have your natural hair and to to just embrace who you are and your culture. And we're all natural hair. I'm in the same club too, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna talk down about nobody else, but team natural over here, So we definitely need to stick together. And like this message that I'm saying today, and this message is for all the black women that have their natural hair. Not trying to down nobody else, but for my black women that have natural hair, come over on this club, come on this side, and don't worry about nobody else. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about nobody else. Just come over here and be natural. Be that exoticness. Keep that exoticness, because in culture, in society, in the world, there needs to be differences. It's okay to be different. I like being different. I like my hair being kinky and curly. I like wearing different colors that belong to the black race and doesn't belong to anybody else. I like that. It's not that there's nothing wrong with anybody else, but I like being an individual, and I like belonging to a culture. I don't want to be, belonging to a different culture. I don't want to look like someone else. I want to look like who I am. And for all my black women with natural hair, I really appreciate it. So, once again, keep the Senegalese twist, keep it natural. And for any woman that is going natural, this is a message for you that you can do it. It doesn't matter how short it is. It doesn't matter how long it is. It doesn't matter anything. If somebody tells you that they don't like your hair, it's your decision. It's your choice. If you are a good person inside your heart and you're a good looking person on the outside, it doesn't matter if your hair is short to your head. It doesn't matter if your hair is long. It doesn't matter. You will still be that same person. Your hair is not going to change how you look. It might change, how you feel about yourself initially, but it might not change how you look. So if you do that big chop and you cut your hair off and you become natural, or even if you grow your hair out from not being natural, you're still beautiful nonetheless. And don't ever let anybody talk down to you, because I feel like women feel like they want long hair, but they don't want to put in the work to have long hair. And so the women and the queens that put the work in to have long hair, just like I have to. At one point, I didn't have any hair on my head. When I was younger, last time I had hair before 2.5 years ago was when I was 15 years old. And when I was 15 years old, I had a lot of hair. I had more hair than this. But then I kept cutting my hair. And eventually I got back to, having my hair again, just a head full of hair. And I love it. And I probably will never cut it again. I might trim it from time to time just to keep it at a certain length, but I will never cut it ever again. At least I don't feel like in my lifetime until, I go bald, or if that happens. Hopefully it doesn't. But if you're a black woman that has natural hair and it's short, it does not matter. You still look good. You are still a queen. You do not let anybody else tell you about this fantasy of having long hair overnight. Anything that's, like my grandma says, anything that's easy in this life is not worth it, and it's usually a trap. So if you think that you can have some magical, recipe to have long hair overnight, and you just want to have long hair, that's on you. If you're one of those sisters that want to have long hair and you want to use something else on your head, that's cool. That's you. If that's what you feel like doing, that's you. But for my natural sisters, the ones that are trying to have their own hair on their head, for you, take the time and enjoy the journey, because your hair will come. It will grow. You just have to wait, and you have to realize that coming from processed hair to natural hair, you have to learn how to take care of your natural hair. It's sad because we should know how to take care of our natural hair, but if you are a person that had natural hair when you were a kid, like most black women, which is very long when you're 12, 13 years old, and then one day, your mom or dad or whoever, mostly the moms, decide to make that decision, or even you decide to make that decision to perm your hair. Well, look, you gotta understand, you're disrupting your natural state of hair and things that how your root grows and the chemicals that are going in your hair. So if your hair is short, just take your time and enjoy the journey, because at each step of your hair growing will present different hairstyles and different things. And you might not want to grow your hair long. You might think initially you want to grow your hair long, but eventually you might just be like, oh, I like my hair at this length. I have these little twists or whatever, and you might keep it there. Or, you might want to keep going longer and longer. Some people go to down here and they keep their hair right here. And then some people go all the way down to the waist and, the arm, shoulders, or whatever it might be. So once again, all I'm saying is that be proud for yourself in your hair and your natural hair state, and whether it be 4B, 4C, whatever it is your hair type is, enjoy it, embrace it, learn it, take care of it, and love yourself. Because there's tons of brothers out here like me that would never ever ask you to process your hair or straighten your hair. I'm never going to ask that of any black woman. I don't care. I don't think that there's nothing wrong with her hair. I don't think even if you wake up there's something wrong with your hair. That's me personally. Even some natural people don't agree with me, but me myself, I don't care. I feel like if you wake up the way your hair is, it's the way your hair is. It's as simple as that. I wake up, my hair's like this. I just pull it out with my hand like this. But other than that, this is the way my hair is. So to wrap it up, I just want to say that I love all my black women with natural hair. Not to diss anybody else, but this is a video for natural hair black women that I love so much, and I want to say it from the bottom of my heart. And once again, as always, peace and love and blessings, and I will talk to you next time. To all my queens, to all my empresses, be safe. Take care of your body, your mind, your soul. Just don't give it up to anybody, and make a man respect you. And same for black men. Make black women respect you, and make sure that the black woman is a queen and an empress when you pick her, not just some run-of-the-mill, brainwashed, normal woman. Just make sure you pick a queen or a king, and make sure on your journey, you guys always talk to each other, you communicate and work on your skills together, and hopefully one day you will have a beautiful black family with black kids, and we can just keep progressing as a race. So once again, to all my African people all around the world, Jamaicans, Haitians, Somalis, Ethiopians, let's keep it going right now. Afro-Indians, Afro-Caribbeans, my Jamaicans, Haitians, Barbados, my Afro-Hondurians, my Afro-Brazilians, my Afro-Mexicans, my Afro-Canadians, my Afro-Europeans, and the indigenous people that are in Papua New Guinea and also in Australia that get no play, that are there and they're getting, disrespected as I speak right now, as I'm making this video. They are fighting for revolution. So for all my black people all around the world, in every island, in every country, everywhere, I just want to say that be safe, peace and blessings, and we will definitely prevail one day. And if you are struggling, just, whenever you need to look for somebody for I'm choking up here, yo. I'm crying. Whenever you want to look at up to somebody, make sure you're looking up to somebody that has pride, somebody that really cares about their people, not somebody that just makes a lot of money, that doesn't mean anything, or not just somebody that has a lot of clout with people. Make sure when you're looking up to somebody, look up to somebody down the street from you, your next door neighbor, a teacher, a doctor, somebody that truly cares about who you are in your community. So once again, to all my African people all around the world, peace and blessings. I love y'all. Be safe, and I'm out.
foundation.